When headlines announced that Trump ordered the release of secret UFO files, the reaction was immediate and intense. Social media erupted, news channels debated, and long-standing curiosity about unidentified aerial phenomena surged back into public attention. For many people, the idea of secret government UFO files carries decades of mystery. It evokes hidden archives, classified briefings, and the possibility that authorities know more than they have publicly admitted. At the center of this new wave of interest stands a political figure who already generates strong reactions. When a former president becomes linked to secret documents and unidentified objects in the sky, attention multiplies rapidly. But before assuming extraordinary revelations, it is important to understand what it means to release classified material. Declassification is a structured legal process, not a dramatic overnight disclosure of hidden cosmic truths. Presidents have the authority to initiate declassification procedures. However, intelligence agencies, defense departments, and review boards are deeply involved in determining what can safely become public. The term UFO itself has evolved over time. Today, officials often use the phrase unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP, to describe sightings that lack immediate explanation. This shift in language reflects a broader attempt to approach the topic scientifically rather than sensationally. It aims to reduce stigma and encourage pilots and officials to report unusual observations. In recent years, the United States government has already released several reports about UAP encounters. These reports acknowledge that some sightings remain unexplained after careful analysis. That admission alone marked a significant cultural shift. For decades, officials often dismissed such reports or avoided addressing them openly. When news emerged about releasing additional secret files, many wondered whether something truly groundbreaking might be hidden inside. The possibility of new evidence always fuels imagination. However, most classified materials related to aerial phenomena involve defense capabilities, radar systems, and surveillance technology. Protecting those details often motivates secrecy more than extraterrestrial concerns. From a documentary perspective, this moment offers powerful narrative potential. A leader authorizing the release of long-hidden documents creates natural tension and anticipation. It invites viewers to ask what might finally come to light. It also encourages deeper examination of how governments handle sensitive information. From a political perspective, such an announcement can serve multiple purposes. Transparency initiatives often resonate with voters who feel institutions conceal too much. At the same time, linking oneself to a dramatic disclosure can dominate news cycles. In modern politics, controlling the narrative is often as important as the content itself. From a scientific standpoint, however, the focus remains grounded. Researchers care less about political drama and more about data quality and verifiable evidence. Scientists studying atmospheric phenomena emphasize that most unidentified sightings eventually receive conventional explanations. Whether balloons, drones, optical illusions, and classified aircraft frequently account for confusion. Still, a small percentage of cases remain unresolved. That unresolved fraction keeps curiosity alive and justifies continued investigation. The idea of secret files suggests there may be hidden proof of alien visitation. Yet historically, released documents have rarely contained such extraordinary confirmation. Instead, they often reveal bureaucratic discussions, incomplete analyses, and cautious language. Reality tends to be more procedural than cinematic. From a conspiratorial perspective, however, every release can be interpreted as partial disclosure. Some believe governments gradually reveal information to prepare the public for larger truths. This belief thrives in environments where trust in institutions is fragile. Secrecy, even when justified for national security, can feed suspicion. An investigative narrative can explore this tension without endorsing extreme claims. It can present the evidence, the skepticism, and the emotional stakes involved. For decades, rumors have circulated about hidden crash sites and recovered materials, yet no declassified archive has conclusively verified such dramatic events. The difference between unknown and extraterrestrial is crucial. Unknown simply means insufficient information, not necessarily alien origin. When officials confirm that certain incidents remain unexplained, they acknowledge limits in available data. That honesty can actually strengthen institutional credibility. If additional files are released, analysts will likely examine them line by line. Experts in aviation, physics, and intelligence will scrutinize every detail. Public fascination often focuses on dramatic images or pilot testimony, yet written reports about radar readings and sensor anomalies carry equal importance. From a media strategy perspective, combining political leadership with mysterious archives creates a compelling headline. It merges authority with intrigue, but responsible storytelling requires balance. Sensationalism may generate clicks, yet careful analysis builds lasting credibility. It is also important to consider timing. Why release files now rather than earlier or later? Political context often influences transparency initiatives. Some supporters may view the move as courageous openness. Critics may see it as distraction or strategic positioning within a broader political landscape shaped by intense division. Meanwhile, scientists remain focused on methodology. What instruments recorded the phenomena? How reliable were the sensors? Were there corroborating observations from independent systems? Modern military aircraft contain advanced detection systems capable of capturing complex data. These systems sometimes register unusual signatures that demand careful technical interpretation before conclusions are drawn. Interpreting sensor data is rarely straightforward. Environmental interference, classified testing programs, atmospheric conditions, and software anomalies can all complicate analysis significantly. If newly released documents clarify specific incidents, they may reduce speculation by providing technical explanations that were previously withheld for security reasons. However, if files contain ambiguous conclusions or heavily redacted sections, speculation could intensify rather than diminish, reinforcing suspicions among already skeptical audiences. Redactions themselves often spark imagination. When text appears blacked out, observers tend to assume something extraordinary is being concealed behind those darkened lines. From a sociological perspective, UFO narratives reflect deeper human questions about existence, authority, and whether humanity is alone in a vast and expanding universe. Moments of official disclosure tap into these themes powerfully. They blend existential curiosity with political authority, creating a rare convergence of science and governance. A well-structured documentary narrative can explore historical precedents. Previous administrations have also authorized limited releases of documents related to unidentified phenomena. Comparing these periods reveals gradual transparency rather than sudden revelation. Information tends to emerge in stages, shaped by security considerations and evolving public interest. The Pentagon has established dedicated task forces to examine UAP reports more systematically. This institutional approach signals seriousness without confirming extraordinary interpretations. When agencies acknowledge investigation programs publicly, stigma around reporting unusual sightings decreases. Pilots and personnel may feel more comfortable documenting unexpected events. Greater reporting leads to larger datasets. Larger datasets increase the likelihood of identifying patterns or eliminating mundane explanations through statistical analysis. Still, unresolved cases continue to fascinate the public imagination. Mystery, even in small quantities, sustains cultural attention. Some viewers approach this topic, seeking validation of long-held extraterrestrial beliefs. Others watch expecting rational debunking, grounded in physics and engineering. Balancing these audiences requires discipline and clarity. Presenting verified facts without exaggeration protects credibility while maintaining engagement. The phrase "secret UFO files" carries dramatic emotional weight. In practice, many documents may consist primarily of technical assessments and cautious internal communications. Intelligence assessments rarely resemble cinematic revelations. They often contain uncertainty ranges, conditional language, and references to incomplete datasets. Yet transparency about analytic processes can demystify government operations. Seeing how analysts evaluate unusual data fosters informed public discussion. If the files include pilot testimonies describing extraordinary maneuvers, those accounts may feel compelling and vivid to audiences. However, eyewitness testimony alone does not constitute definitive proof. Perception can be influenced by speed, altitude, lighting conditions, and stress. A scientific approach prioritizes corroboration across multiple independent systems. Radar, infrared sensors, satellite data, and visual confirmation together strengthen any conclusion. If newly released material includes such corroboration for unexplained incidents, debate will intensify across scientific and political communities. If documentation instead reveals plausible conventional explanations, public excitement may cool while institutional trust potentially increases. Political reactions will vary dramatically. Supporters may frame the release as historic transparency, while critics question timing and underlying motivations. Media outlets will likely highlight dramatic excerpts first. Nuanced context may follow later, after initial headlines capture widespread attention. Responsible analysis demands patience and full document review. Quick summaries often miss technical details critical to accurate interpretation. Conspiracy-oriented communities may interpret partial disclosure as confirmation of deeper hidden truths, regardless of actual content. Skeptical communities may interpret identical documents as validation that most cases have ordinary explanations rooted in human technology or natural phenomena. In such a polarized environment, tone becomes crucial. How the story is told influences public perception almost as much as the evidence itself. A balanced investigative narrative can acknowledge uncertainty honestly. It can distinguish clearly between confirmed data, unresolved questions, and speculative interpretation. The enduring fascination with hidden UFO knowledge may reflect humanity's desire for cosmic significance beyond our planet. It may also reflect a deeper unease about institutional secrecy in democratic societies that value openness and accountability. Official document releases provide rare intersections between imagination and formal governance. They convert long-standing speculation into documented policy action. If additional files expand understanding of certain incidents, they contribute to aviation safety, airspace awareness, and defense preparedness, even without confirming extraterrestrial life. Refining detection protocols and analytic standards strengthens national security frameworks. The broader story ultimately transcends any single political leader. It centers on transparency, scientific inquiry, and the evolving boundaries of knowledge. When leaders authorize document releases, they influence public conversation. Yet the substance of those documents determines long-term significance. Whether groundbreaking revelations appear or not, the cultural impact of disclosure remains meaningful and symbolic. It demonstrates that subjects once dismissed as fringe can become formal topics of governmental investigation and public discourse. In the end, the most profound outcome may not be evidence of alien visitation. It may be a clearer understanding of how institutions confront uncertainty and communicate complex findings responsibly. The sky has always inspired wonder across civilizations. Modern technology now records that wonder in detailed digital formats. Releasing those records invites collective examination, skepticism, and curiosity in equal measure. Curiosity will persist beyond any single announcement or political cycle, because the unknown continues to surround us. As long as even a small fraction of aerial incidents remain unexplained, questions will endure in public consciousness, not necessarily whether extraterrestrials are visiting Earth, but how much of the universe and our own technology we truly comprehend. If you want deeper analysis of space mysteries, scientific discoveries, and hidden documents, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments whether you believe these released files will clarify the unknown or deepen that mystery even further.